Welcome once again to the Now Testament, where we focus on what the Creator is doing in our time, so that, while abiding by His principles and commands, we may have our testament in our time. In today's lesson, we want to discuss the chastisement of the Creator of heaven and earth. To chastise or chasten means to correct someone by way of punishment. Therefore, when the Creator chastises or chastens us as believers, He does it to get us back on the path of righteousness. And yes, it involves punishment. Now, there are some key aspects of the Creator's chastisement that we want to highlight today, that every believer must be mindful of. First and foremost, the Creator of heaven and earth only chastises those whom He loves, as indicated in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 11 to 12, where it states, "My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of His correction. For whom the Lord loveth He correcteth, even as a father the son in whom He delighteth." This is also emphasized in Hebrews chapter 12, verses 5 to 6, where it states, "And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of Him. For whom the Lord loveth He chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom He receiveth." So, because we have taken on the status of being sons of the Creator and have entered this loving relationship, the Father will treat us as such. He will go at length to protect us as believers and keep us in line with His commands and principles. All that is needed on our parts is to remain humble and endure His chastisement. We endured the chastisement of our earthly fathers, so why not endure the chastisement of our heavenly Father? This truth is highlighted in Hebrews chapter 12, verses 7 to 10, where it states, "If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards, and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits, and live? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure. But He for our profit, that we might be partakers of His holiness." Beautifully said. If chastisement is not taking place, then we should be greatly concerned. Concerned if we are not truly His sons, but bastards. Another aspect of the Creator's chastisement that must be highlighted is that, at first, it will feel very painful and awful. But in the end, if we endure it, it will benefit us. This is confirmed in Hebrews chapter 12, verses 11 to 13, where it states, "Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore, lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees. And make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way. But let it rather be healed." The chastisement of the Creator is designed to keep us in the way of righteousness. When it is taking place, the statutes and commands of the Creator are learnt and enforced in our lives, as stated in Psalm chapter 119, verses 67 and 71, where it says, "Before I was afflicted I went astray. But now have I kept thy word. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes." With that said, we must therefore find ourselves in a joyous state at all times when it comes to the chastening of the Creator. Because, though He may cause us grief, He afterwards will cause relief, as highlighted in Job chapter 5, verses 17 to 18, where it states, "Behold, happy is the man whom the Creator correcteth. Therefore, despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For He maketh sore, and bindeth up. He woundeth, and His hands make whole." That is how our loving Father operates. One final aspect of the Creator's chastening that we must emphasize is this. His chastisement comes on us as a result of our actions. Think about it. The reason why our earthly fathers whipped or punished us was because of our actions. Actions that went against the rules that they established in their homes. Likewise, as sons of the Creator, being a part of the household of faith in His blessed kingdom, when our actions go against His principles and ordinances, we can surely expect His chastening. This is highlighted in 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 12 to 14, when the Creator spoke to the prophet Nathan about a promise being made to David and his lineage, where He said, "And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men." This was also highlighted in Psalm chapter 89, verses 30 to 32, where it states, "If his children forsake my law, and walk not in my judgments, if they break my statutes, and keep not my commandments, then will I visit their transgression with the rod, and their iniquity with stripes." In closing, today, if you feel like fleeing the Creator's chastisement or you feel like giving up, we want to highlight the one who bore the chastisement of our peace, the one who took the punishment that we deserved for the wrongs that we committed, so that we may have a true relationship with the Creator of heaven and earth. We want to highlight the Messiah, Son of the Creator of heaven and earth. Isaiah chapter 53, verses 4 to 6, 10 to 12. "Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see of the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he hath poured out his soul unto death. And he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressors." Thanks for listening. We hope that this message was a blessing to you today. Remember to share it with your friends and family members. Encourage them to subscribe to our channel for other inspirational messages. Have a productive day.